What's going on, Mike?
Not much, chilling, brother.
Well, welcome. Go Long Studios. You the first one with the mural back here.
Thank you for having me. First off, spots banging, all of the murals. So
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here, man.
Thanks, dude. Mike Akinkube from Odyssey Garage.
Yes, sir.
Funny how we met. You know, we were neighbors at one point,
Yes, sir.
and I thought he was paying me a compliment, and it was funny. He's like, a man that uses his truck. I see you like to get it dirty, and I was like, yeah. And then a couple days later, you're like, hey, let me show you how to clean this. I was like, this dude has been trying to sell me right out the gate. So, no, it was awesome. But, man, we've done a lot together. I mean, we like to cook together. You've,
Yes,
helped
sir.
me out with some videos from Mandola.
Yes, sir.
That cowboy butter famous.
Banging.
Yes.
I still make it here and there. I got down in the kitchen last night after a while.
Yep. I miss it.
Cars aren't the only things we make look good.
No, yeah, exactly. He can make some plates look good on his social media as personal. But so we've, back then, you were kind of doing the mobile. Well, you were doing the mobile detailing.
Yep.
And I was blessed enough one time when you had that Lambo, you brought it in and we got to shoot and do all that cool stuff with that fiery red Italian stallion.
Yes, sir. She's still hitting the streets
Oh,
to this day. Still looking good.
Such a sexy car, man. So I mean, when we're talking detailing, I mean, and I kind of saw beginning to end like how you do it and just the fine attention to detail, the precision behind it, and I mean, it's a long process, I mean, between that and just labor intensive. But through these times, we're going to talk about it later, but you've kind of assembled your dream team of products that you were using and obviously would have liked to have seen improvements on other brands that you'd been using throughout this tenure. So how long have you been doing it right out of the gate?
Well, I would say beginning of the journey, intro to paint, 2009, back in high school, so into the industry.
You just aged me, bro.
My
2009.
bad, man. I just aged
Ouch.
myself. My bad. So I would say started doing custom paint and body, and then that just had my fascination with just making things look good. I guess you
Yeah,
could say. I
sure.
can do it with my hands, have an
Yep.
idea. It gives you free range,
Yeah,
if you will.
no doubt.
And then detailing, didn't start doing that as a career until 2013, I would say.
Okay.
From 2013, did that for an independent detailer. Still good friends with him till this
Yeah.
day. Great guy. Then went off to work for a manufacturer for 6 years and had my own deal going along that time, as far as detailing.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Just
got to
keep
stay busy.
honing
I
the
can't- I
craft
can't
on the
sit
side.
still,
Man, I know you can't. I know you can't. You're like me. I mean, we were, chatting about this last night at 3 a.m. It's just always working, dude. The motor can't stop running, if you will, right?
It can't, but it keeps me going.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. So through those 2009 up until now, all these advancements like color, paint correction, ceramic, all that. I mean, you've seen it. Like, have there been some that failed or fizzled out, or what are you like seeing evolve the fastest? Talk trends, talk like everything that you've seen come out. I mean,
It's a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
So from way back in the day, you have I wouldn't say way back in the day, but from the early ages of detailing, from like carnauba waxes,
yeah,
to where I put 3 layers of wax on my car. You can't tell me anything.
yeah.
Now you
Carnauba, we heard from our parents, right?
Exactly.
That was the thing back then.
So now you have sprays that you can spray on, and you have a sealant now.
Okay.
And it lasts longer. Sometimes, in my opinion, not gonna have the same richness as a carnauba. It's
Yeah.
just something about
That
oils
hand,
and that.
yeah.
It just makes it pop, especially on single stage. But I've noticed a lot of ceramic infused products,
Okay.
and they label it as a ceramic coating.
Okay.
So silica,
Yeah.
it gives you that hydrophobic property. And it's just, I feel like as long as people have been dropping the name ceramic into things,
It's kind of diluted the integrity of the whole name, right?
yeah,
Or just
yes, or the
process.
idea of it.
Yeah.
So when you say, oh, I want a ceramic coating,
Mhm.
my day, I'm thinking, okay, let me have your car for at least a day,
Yeah.
a few days.
Sure.
Now people are like, oh,
Yeah.
4 hours.
4 hours.
What are you doing to the car? You know, so it's not to say that they're not ceramic coating it.
Yeah.
It may just be a silica, or it may not have a paint correction come with it. So there's
Okay.
different things about it, or things that go into it that kind of make it a different level of ceramic coating, if you will. So they're all ceramic coated, but
Yeah.
just the 5-year, you're not gonna get that in 4 hours.
No, like, yeah, something the last 5 years only taking 4 hours. That's
Pretty wild. Like, so I'm questioning the condition of the paint before it got that coating.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of spray detailers, a lot of quick detailers, a lot of ceramic spray waxes, sealants, and some waterless washes. Some of the things that I've noticed kind of fizzle out.
waterless wash. I mean, okay, to that real quick. I think I got lucky enough when you gave the Panda a little spruce up before that Hot Wheels show that I was in.
Yes. Yeah.
You left a little bottle in there, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm getting a prototype up in here," and it did. I think it was waterless wash, and it was. You were like just a little bit. I mean, dude, that thing from just like the road muck. You know, we're in Houston. I mean, it's foggy morning, whatever. You're gonna toss up a little stuff on the car.
Oh yeah.
That just got everything. Whether it was like the bezels or the metals on the car to the paint. And no, I didn't use the same towel. You've taught me well,
Yeah,
my friend.
I was listening. I was like,
know you
please.
were. I saw you get a little nervous. But no, it made it shine. Like, I mean, it was dope, dude. And so, to be honest, like, it's almost so good. It's making me hesitant to go get it washed because I can just keep doing this.
Fair. But that's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah.
I want you to enjoy your car.
For sure.
So it's and that's also kind of the beauty of what being a detailer is. You make a car look good enough to where they want to work on it themselves, or they don't want to touch it themselves. So it's like, because a lot of the times the initial intro is, how would you put it? Like, think of doing the dishes. You don't want to do them right away.
No.
But if you only have to maintain a few,
Yeah.
it's light work. You know?
Exactly. I hope my wife's listening to this because, when you're in the kitchen,
I'm dead.
I'm laughing because, like, I'll come home and I'm like, "Did you just cook for 80 people?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Clean as you go, girl." Like, because when I'm in the kitchen, I'm like, rinse, use the same pan, whatever. Oh,
Yep.
She's gonna kill me for saying that, but I had to.
Hey,
I
as
never
long as I
miss
get
a
to see you
moment,
again,
my
we
friend.
good.
I never miss a moment, my friend. So the tools and techniques, those have to adapt to the products and everything. But as far as like the concept of mobile detailing, which is just amazing now. I mean, to really, I mean, because I remember back, and I'm going to use my father as a reference because he always, liked his cool cars and stuff. So he took care of them. He taught me how to do that too. But dude, if it was like a detail day or something, I'd have to sit my ass in that like detail shop with him for like 4.5 hours on a Saturday. I'm like, what are we doing?
Go home as a kid, my back hurts. I don't know
I
what's
mean,
going-
I'm like, all right, I'm going to pick up every sport. So every Saturday I got something to do other than go to the detail shop. But no, man, it was fun. It taught me, take care of my stuff and it'll take care of you, right?
Absolutely. And it makes it a little bit more, I wouldn't say you can use intimate or personable.
Nostalgic,
It's
yeah.
something you get to enjoy and you get to drive. So
Absolutely.
it's tangible. You can play with it, and makes it that much more appreciative. as
Of
you
course. I mean, yeah, like anything that, you can enjoy is a lot more fun than, locking it up, hiding it away, right? I mean, I don't want to do that.
I can't do garage queens, man.
No,
Can't do it.
yeah, that's got to be tough, right?
gotta
I mean,
stretch.
so
They gotta stretch
garage
the legs.
queens, I love that term. I mean, and where we saw a lot of them that just never even saw the light of day. But like, how do you enjoy that?
It's so I will say even though I can't do it, I do have customers that do have a couple garage queens
Yeah.
for a purpose that kind of makes sense, right? It's an investment at that point.
Well, and yeah, if you go over a certain point of miles, it's like if you're gonna do it, like I guess that in theory, is once you get over that certain threshold of miles, you're like, well, might as well rock it till the wheels fall off.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I'm very much that
because
guy.
if I'm under that 300-mile mark, it's not depreciating. But if it's over, it might as well have 10,000, right, or something.
Well, so these will even be for classics
Yeah.
or cars that may have came out in like 2012. So it's because they may just have like a limited number, even though it's a
Yeah.
high limited number.
Yeah.
As long as it has a limited number, that could be somebody's like crown jewel.
Yep.
So to kind of understand that, we've always had,
Yeah.
how would you say, like that dream car or dream
yeah.
item,
Yep.
whether it's a watch, car, jewelry, or whatever it may be. I got to work for it. This is my baby. I want
It's
to
my
take
pride
care
and
of it.
joy. Yeah,
like,
busted
and-
my ass to get this. Dude.
Oh yeah. So in
100%.
those senses, I can't be mad at it.
No.
I appreciate that I
Yeah.
get to put my hands on it and
Yeah.
make it look good for you. But it's for me, I just can't have something sit in my garage and not stretch and just do what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
So it's to each his
yeah,
own.
stretch the legs, right?
Exactly.
Well, I know why you don't like them because they stay cleaner longer too.
Truth. The wipe downs, they're not bad. I still get to see. I still get to see them.
So yeah, like the mobile detailing, that rise just caught on like wildfire. You see, but
That's especially after COVID.
yeah,
I would say.
thank you. Yeah, that's
when it
what.
got crazy.
And it's funny, like a lot of the people that we've hosted, Fairway Frenchies, those dogs got a surge in popularity because of COVID. Bayou Botanicals, those guys are talking about how people are putting more and investing into their backyard spaces because of COVID. So it's, I mean, I like it because we're talking about what good came out of it, and I mean,
Sure.
that's but then like you do know, and I mean, you probably saw a million of them of the guys that thought they were going to restore a car during COVID, and they're just like, you know what, the hell with this. This ain't as easy as I thought it'd be.
Oh yeah, YouTube makes it look a lot easier than what it
YouTube
is.
definitely does make it. Yeah, they don't know that those edits and oh man, years behind it before they even made that video.
It's a humbling experience.
It really
But
is, bro.
if you can hold on,
Yeah,
it's worth it.
I know.
It's worth it. It
I
hurts
know.
it hurts the pockets.
Yeah.
It hurts the soul sometimes in the process, but at the end, it's the Revving.
Yeah, the Revving,
Feels
baby.
good.
That
Smile
was
when you drive it.
so man. I mean, you were involved in that build. I mean, we had a cool group of people, and it was just something to do for us for a while, and we really enjoyed it. And that shit taught me, man, patience. Like it taught me patience because before it was like, I'm very like, okay, let's make that decision, let's move on, or give me a date, let's go with it.
Yep.
But it was almost to where I was just said, I turned the point and said, I'm gonna get it done right, no matter how long it takes. I'd rather
Absolutely. Do it right the first time.
Yeah.
And it's to kind of go back and touch on the patience aspect and kind of the two questions or two statements you made, the rise of detailers and things that kind of fizzle out.
Yeah.
I would say that is something that I have noticed, not in a sense of, it's better for me, more money out there.
Yeah.
Plenty of money out there for almost every detailer to eat. People
Sure,
drive
sure.
every day.
Yeah.
But one thing that I have noticed is, it's especially with social media, like it blows up a bit. People want to say,
Yeah.
I can work on this car. I can
Yeah.
work on that.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're going to come in the gate working on those cars.
Exactly.
So you got to figure out
You
how
got
to
the
pick
minors,
up the
then the majors, baby.
Exactly. So it's I have noticed that people have started doing mobile detailing. Some stick, some don't.
Yeah.
But it kind of goes to what, as an individual, they can handle. Because working outside, not the easiest, especially.
Oh
in
my gosh,
Houston
in
heat.
H-Town? Yeah.
Crazy. So it's
Yes.
a lot of, it's exciting at first, but
Yeah.
sometimes like after, I tell people after you had a few heat strokes, you'll figure out how to manage them, this and that. And if you really want to continue,
Stay
detailing.
hydrated, my friends.
Absolutely. Electrolytes, all of it.
All of it.
It's so that would be one thing that I have noticed, like phase out, and a lot of it is either because conditions don't want to work in them, and the other would be patience.
Getting the glamorous, not as fast as they want, right?
Well, not even on that, but it's more so on the quality of the work side.
Okay.
So it's like, hey, customer's asking for this. Like,
Yeah.
you got to cater to them.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I paid X amount, but you missed this, and this.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh well, I did it. It looks better than what well, you got it. It doesn't work like that, you know. Like so with that, and not having the patience to either do it right the first time, understand what the customer wants, or even have enough patience to go back and knock it out, because you
Yeah.
can be home.
Sure.
If a customer comes back home and they're like, "Hey, what is this?"
Yeah.
I hate to say it, either you got to get back up and go back and do
Go
it,
back and
or
do it.
schedule them back in
Yep.
and make it right, you know. So
Yeah. But you do a good job at setting realistic expectations.
Sure.
That's one thing I've noticed. Like you're a big proponent of under promise over deliver versus the other way around, which most people will say whatever they can to get the business. But
it
in the
tends
long
to bite
run,
them in the
it does, bro. It does. Like, you know, I tell them like, dude, if you would have told me it would have taken 6 months, I would have been okay. But when you tell me 3 and then we're on month 6, that's where I have some trust issues with you on every other part of our relationship, you know, of anything that you say. So, I mean, I respect that in you where it's like, yo, this is going to take 3 days or, you know, and then you go through kind of what you're doing and then you're like, it makes sense, you know, because I didn't take the time to understand everything that goes behind it. But if you set that expectation early and the conversation at the end with the final bill is going to be easier too, right? Because
absolutely.
they now clearly understand all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into it, you know?
And the transition from the relationship too. So not only do you get, it's a win-win in kind of that aspect for me.
Yeah.
Whether it's myself or whoever else it may be, is because once you kind of set that expectation, now you're starting to build that relationship, I guess you could say.
Sure.
Because it's one thing to be a mobile detailer, but one thing I do appreciate about like me and Odyssey is each customer we have a relationship with.
Sure.
So it's not, may not be the craziest of volume or anything like that, but that's not necessarily what we want.
No.
So we want quality.
You want them to call back. You want them to refer their friends.
Exactly. So it's hell, you and I.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
We'll go out after this, maybe grab some lunch.
Yeah.
So it's to be able to have that kind of relationship with, I can comfortably say or feel comfortable enough to say all of our customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know they can text me. Not the best texter, getting better at it because you know, busy solo guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as every customer, they're cool whenever you come by. Patience, and now the patience has been established on both ends.
I know.
So it's you know, as the volume's been increasing, the patience has also been increasing. So that's also the beauty of being able to establish a relationship, especially as a detailer coming in.
Yeah.
So yeah, just don't go for the quick bucks. You won't get fizzled out that quick. And
yeah, I mean, you look at it as an annuity or a slow drip because, you know, our guests yesterday that we were talking about, you know, and a landscaping company is, you know, what's the guys that go in there that are going to just, you know, say yes to everything, do it, not caring that whatever they're planning is going to die in a month because they know they'll either call you back or on to the next, right? Where these guys are, if I do a great job, I know they're not going to need landscaping for a while. However, I can maintain it for them. And when I do suggest that it's time to do this or it's time to do that, they trust and believe in me.
because the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, you know, and it's just crazy that so many people don't understand that and get it. But it's more about the quick buck and on to the next, not a relationship. I was always relationship based, you know, working relationships. I mean, those are always just founded on trust. And then, you know, I'm going to do what's best for you, not what's best for me. And challenge you sometimes in my responses, but it's going to be what's best, you know?
Yeah. I mean, how else can anything else grow?
Exactly.
You know? So
exactly.
In any relationship, there's going to be a little bit of friction. It's
Sure.
either friction for the better or, you know, split. But I can comfortably say I have noticed a lot of the friction that people may have been receiving these past few years because I've seen a lot of people kind of grow a lot in 2024.
Yeah.
So for hearing some of the rocky relationships, like the growth that I've been seeing in some of the people that have had some of the, I guess, questionable things in what they wanted to do or situations that they were in, end of the year, it's been pretty crazy that come up, that turnaround.
Yep.
It's nuts. So it's like as long as you're able to keep in my opinion, all of that well-rounded.
Yeah.
Keep the customers in tune. Yeah, as an individual, you're going to get tired.
Yep.
Things are going to slip.
Yeah.
Just don't lie to the customer.
No.
Because then everything that you just said, oh, you know, I trust you to do this. Let's go ahead and do that.
Everything's involved now. It carries in the same realm.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's, I think as far as you're able to kind of understand and not get the, like, not jump in head first, kind of think about it before. I think
game.
There's a lot of room for detailers to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And like play with the toys because honestly, they're toys.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
For
some cars
sure.
are, you know, work vehicles and stuff like that.
Yep.
But for what I can say or I don't want to say every, but majority of detailers want to work on are the, you know, the Ferraris, the race cars, the big trucks and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's
you got to get there, and you got to have someone trust you enough to give you the keys. And the 9 times out of 10, it's because they were told that they can trust you, right? Because everyone had to have their first Ferrari or their first Lambo that they got to detail, right?
Yep.
So as far as growing your business and getting more of those eyes on you, like let's talk a little bit about like social media and what kind of role it's played in just your growth or your. In my instance, from one of my past businesses, I noticed like it can consume you, and then your business starts to suffer if you're not focused on social media. And then if you focus on your business, then social media starts to suffer. So that's why we're here is we're here to help you with your social media, and you can get back to doing what you do best, baby.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys helped me feel a lot more comfortable about the social media because like I can't. You've even seen it on my personal page. I rarely post.
Yeah,
I'm pretty quiet about things that I do.
Yeah.
So although social media
I won't hear
is...
from him a month, and then all of a sudden there's just this badass dish on his Instagram that I'm like, yo, thanks for the invite. I wanted to eat that shit too.
I'm alive. That's my my live post, you know?
Yes, man.
And so although social media is great for income and everything like that to build the clientele that you want, it hasn't really been that for me, or I guess you could say it hasn't really been the highlight or the focus or the main focus of Odyssey, because till this point today, like, we have a social media, but a lot of the cars that we work on, we don't post just due to...
confidentiality with your clients. Yeah, you don't want to put their, red Lambo on blast or whatever.
Exactly. So it's, and it could be same car, but there's certain cars that have, going back to that exclusivity or limited, certain builds, so they may be noticed and they prefer not to.
Yep.
So have to respect that,
100%. That's a good point, though. I mean, so that's a challenge for your brand, if you will, but if you don't look at it as a challenge, and then
yeah, it's because I think that depends on the detailer themselves.
Yep.
Right. Because it's like, all right, cool. If you're able to stay happy, stay busy, because you have exclusivity for your customers, but you also want to explore it because you have the caliber of cars on both realms.
Sure.
People who want to be quiet and people who want to show their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So the beauty of starting to get or post a little bit on social media, a little bit more frequent now, is we've actually had customers reach out and get services. So it's great.
Yo, for sure.
But also on the flip side of that, sometimes the customers that you do get from social media, not all money is good money.
Yep.
So with that,
they have an open platform to say whatever they want, whether right or wrong.
Absolutely. And it's 3 sides of the story.
100%.
There's the truth.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
So it's like, it's hard to please everybody, and you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
If you're not, it's probably not the industry for you, or maybe just not a customer engaging profession isn't the thing for you. But I think social media has done a great thing for detailing in general. A lot more people know about foam cannons, different products, iron removers. So the knowledge is getting out there through social media, which I think is great. But also a lot of saturation on the ceramic coatings and stuff like that, being falsely advertised and stuff. So There's a lot of pros, a lot of cons.
Yeah.
For Odyssey, it's been pretty great. Like it's been more great than the people that we have to turn away.
Yeah.
Because it is a thing, and I hope detailers out there also know it's okay to say no to a customer or
100%.
push them away.
Yeah.
So it's it feels weird saying, hey, we may not be the best fit for you, but
Yep.
good luck on your search or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be.
for sure.
People may see it as being rude, but it's honest.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to be comfortable with you.
I think a person that that gets it would appreciate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, perfect example. Like my brother was, hey, can you get with Mike? And I was like, actually, he's coming up, to have a drink with us, and I wanted to talk to him about the front end. He did get a new truck.
Oh, right up the street.
Yeah, but anyway, but you were honest with him, and you're like, dude, with where you're at on that car's life and what it's done, and next time, be a little bit more to how he could have been more proactive versus reactive. But you could have taken his money and fixed it, and then we'd have had the same problem 3 months later. But you were like, no, dude, like you don't want to do it now. That's not a good investment, and he appreciated that. So, and I mean, on the other hand, you could have taken his money and he would have had a fixed car for a month, but then right back to it. So.
And
That's
that point,
a good example of saying the right thing, but no, he gets a new truck, and proactiveness is like, hey, let me get with you before this happens, Mike, and so you got the sale anyway, and it was just the right way,
and it's and it may take some time,
Yep.
but it goes back to that trust, comfortability, and also as a detailer, I feel like you should just be confident enough to lay it out there.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yep.
I'm not gonna. How would you put it? Sugarcoat it.
Nope. Yep.
So like, as long as you shoot the customer straight, listen to and ask the right questions.
Yeah.
So
They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right?
So it feels good once you have that click, once
sure.
that understanding is there. So it's once you kind of get past that first stage, I think it all just becomes a lot more natural, and then from there,
Like
who
you
knows?
said.
It could be another referral or whatever
10
the case may
referrals,
be.
exactly.
So I think things like that keep detailers around.
Yeah.
So like, don't try not to phase out.
Sure.
Things take time, fiscal years. So it's
They do.
winter time's coming. What are
Yeah.
you gonna do? So
Winter is coming. So on that social media, that's not only the forefront of how you market your business. I think you look at it as an additive, but you're involved in some type of automotive racing, and you're so tell me a little bit about that, because I get a phone call and I see that profile pic show up, and I was like, is that dude like walking on a racetrack with a jersey on with his logo? That is awesome. So tell me a little bit about that, man.
So we're a sponsor for a race team.
Okay.
Part of the Moto America
Nice.
tournament or championship.
Yeah.
Season's over. So one of our best friends, well over 12 years, 15 years. He finally went pro.
Nice.
He called me one day. I was in actually it was his wedding.
Oh, really?
So after his wedding, parties happen.
Sure.
He's talking like, man, you ever had that thought, like you want to achieve a dream and you're close enough to actually like do it?
Yeah.
It's like,
You could take the shot.
yeah, I want to race, because I've been to all of his endurance races and everything like that. Homie's gifted. Like, crazy. And so I was like, you know what? All of this is sounding real good right now.
Oh yeah, because I mean it was the wedding night.
Yeah,
everything. You were feeling good. Mike was feeling Mike.
Absolutely. So it was. I hit him with, you know what? Let's have this conversation when we're a little less festive,
Happy,
and
festive.
yeah,
That's a good word.
I was leaving the grocery store. I never forget. Leaving HEB.
Yeah.
B calls, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He was like, "Remember that conversation we had?" I was like, "Yeah."
No. Oh yeah, that one.
And he was like, "I can." He's like, "I can achieve the dream."
No
So
way.
He was like, "I wanted to call you, make you the number one guy."
Nice.
So the previous race was at Coda, and
Circuit of the Americas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Home track. First race that we did was in Wisconsin, where
No
where he's
kidding.
from.
Oh,
so we
nice.
did.
So you got to do it on the home grounds.
Yes, sir. Meet the
What a
fam.
way
and,
to check in.
It was great, and I mean, for his first race, it was phenomenal. So just being able to be not only someone who's a brother to me, but be a sponsor, travel to race,
Keep
always
the
wanted to be
family
on the
going,
race.
brother.
Exactly.
Dude, you know, I mean, you heard it in my toast at my birthday party. It's more fun to win with your friends.
You know, it ain't no fun if the
But you won and I didn't that night. You took my craps table for quite a bit of change, my man.
Hey, you know how to throw a party. That was a fun birthday.
You made a lot of people party that night. I was just like, 45 minutes later, is he still rolling? Is he still rolling?
It's
like,
what can I say?
dude,
I bring the
couldn't
energy. I
miss.
bring the
You
energy.
did. But no, I mean, like, and that's what my point is. Just like, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice for happiness if you're out there winning alone, man. You know, you go and you bring your friends in, and it's fun to re-engage them. You know, like life can get in the way sometimes, and then you know you circle back, but you keep those ones around you that are tight, dude. I mean, you're gonna win together, but they're also gonna call you out on your shit and look out for you. You know,
100%.
So
100%.
that's badass.
Agree.
I didn't know he was your, like homeboy. Like I just knew you were part of a race. That's really cool.
We met in the craziest way. Won't get into that story because it'll take quite a bit. But you know, it's pretty
that's
interesting.
for the next episode,
you know?
right?
So it's that was the intro to the racing industry as far as on the professional aspect. But me just being the adrenaline junkie that I am, I've done plenty of track days before, and just made friends, customers through that. So now
That's
one of the
probably
things
a good space to go out there and network for sure.
You know, so it is great space, and it's you realize how much fun you can have on and off the track on a track weekend.
Yeah.
And with those, one of the beauties of it is now I get paid to have a good time at the track.
You're winning at life. Then, bro.
And it's, you know, it may not be millions of dollars or whatever the case may be, but I'm happy. I love what I do. I get to wake up and smell race gas.
Oh,
I may not have my car, but I get to drive something that's 3-4 times the value. So, you know, kind of a win, but
also making your butthole pucker a little bit. Oh man, those things, dude.
So those opportunities don't come every day. But you know, when the opportunity comes where they toss me the keys, I smile ear to ear and let it rip.
I bet, dude. So before we get to this next thing, I mean, was he your first call when you got your first bottle made? Who'd you call first when you bottled what we're about to talk about? So that was what was really cool, man. You know, we were talking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm kind of busy this week. I got my product in. I'm putting my labels on." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Dude, it's go time." Yeah. So the timing worked out great. We get to come in here and we get to talk about your stuff, dude.
Yep.
But was your boy B your first call?
No. So it was actually these are the babies.
Yeah. There we go. Those look good. Oh, okay. Line them up.
Let's see. So here we have Sheen.
Okay.
Actually, before I go down the list.
Yeah, let's go down.
Let me answer your question. My ADD will get us everywhere. And
if you didn't notice, squirrel. Pablo's over here trying to reel us in. That's why I chose to have my back to him, because he can't reel me in.
He's over here just gritting his teeth.
Yeah, throwing things at me.
So I have a group chat.
Yeah.
But the first time I actually told anybody was right after I met the chemist.
Ooh.
Ironically, I was at a race event, and
nice.
It was.
Is it one of the cast members of Breaking Bad?
Nah. Man, I'd be driving some pretty nice cars if that was.
Oh, yes, sir.
So with we had a conversation. We were talking professions.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, snap! Like,
yeah,
I can help you." All right, you know, awesome. So like you hear certain things that make your ears perk.
Sure.
Because products were something that have been on the back of my mind for some time. Wasn't sure if it was something that was just an idea, like I like the sound of it.
Sure.
Versus actually doing it. But but yeah, that thought was an idea for about 2 years.
Okay.
And then on and off, like, do it, won't do it. Worth it, not worth it.
Sure.
Met the chemist, and Mike,
Yeah.
just conversing.
Of course, dude. I'd call you the GOT ambassador to this day, bro.
Yeah, I just like
howdy,
to make
neighbor.
things happen.
I don't think. I mean, dude, you could have a conversation with anyone in this world. I know, like you're just that kind of person. So
it feels good.
without a doubt, I'm sure you guys were probably talking like NDAs in 5 minutes. You know?
Yes.
yeah, I know.
And so it was pretty nuts. And yeah, I love the fact that I have the range of, hey, I don't like this effect from it. Or I want to change this. I want to change that. So
complete like that, and that's probably was the hold up to you even doing it. But once you had that autonomy, like Final Cut,
Oh yeah, because if it's one thing that I know about myself, I'm a fast learner.
Yeah.
So for me, kind of knowing what I want, what I don't want, and just the base of my customers, what would be most well rounded.
You're putting them into consideration too, because
absolutely, it's there's no such thing as a one size fits all or one thing fits all.
No.
But you can have a well-rounded object. You can have a well-rounded item.
Of course.
So to be able to have that in hand, tangible, be able to use it on vehicles.
Yeah.
I've been using it on vehicles for quite some time. And, now customers know that what I've been washing their cars with have been what you see here.
Their products, exactly.
Yep. So
your Ferrari was a test subject, by the way.
So it's trust me, it's we picked up a Cayenne. So we have a 2024 Cayenne that was a little test baby as well. So sometimes you gotta try it on your own before you.
Of course.
So the Tundra FRS, the race car, and the Cayenne all got somewhat broken in.
Of course.
From there, see what I like. There were maybe 2 things that I had to change or that I had questions about. And got feedback, picked up the next batch, and I'm happy. So it's
this is pretty momentous, bro. So tell me a little bit about it. I mean, whichever order you want to go in, but which is the one that I got the prototype of at the
you got 2.
Okay, I got 2.
But your car, the day before, the day before I left, because I was leaving town for the race.
For the race, you were going to Coda.
And so by the end of it, you got all 3. So when I initially got there, we did the wipe down with splash.
Yes.
So the beauty of this, initially, efficiency to clean motorcycles and everything like that.
Yeah.
Spray bottle. Hydrogen base, it's not going to destroy the paint, has a pH, like a nice pH balance.
Cool.
Which you can see all on the side. So like this little.
Oh, nice. So it's got that indicator almost like when you're looking at like pool chemicals and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
And so at least that way, like you have an idea of what you're getting yourself into, whether you're a pro in the detailing industry or someone who's coming into it, but don't really know too much about pH levels, what certain products do, like use it in the sun, can't use it in the sun.
Yes.
Is it too acidic for this surface or not? So I think that's something beautiful to have on the, not only aesthetically, but just for peace of mind of what am I about to get myself into?
What am I getting into here? Yeah.
So the other beauty of, and also to kind of tie back into the efficiency of like eco-friendly washes and stuff like that. Customers who may not want to take the car out, or they live in a apartment complex or somewhere where they can't really have the easiest access to water. As long as you're in a shaded spot, don't recommend using it in the sun because it's going to dry really quick.
Okay.
It's hydrogen based. So spray it, let it sit for a minute. And I don't know if you remember seeing it, but the certain areas where it got a little dusty, it was like a little bubbly.
Yeah.
So it's just helping lift the particles off the paint, just right from top to
bottom.
Call it a day. This also has a very slight hint of slickness to it. So at least that way, like when you're gliding across the paint, it's not. And also, little life hack.
Oh, this boy, you got to say it like. You cringed when you saw me wipe my car first time with a dry towel. You're like, no.
It was almost immediate when it touched the paint.
And then he comes back like 5 minutes later, and you're like, all right, buddy, here we go. Here's a towel, microfiber, and here's this. Do not ever wipe a car with a dry towel ever again. And I was like,
please.
Now you got me like, it's all the attention to details right now.
Because it's also helping you protect your investment. So it's not just to like, hey, I just want to get on you. Like, don't touch your car. You just paid me to make your car look the way it does.
Yes.
Let me help you maintain how it looks. So with that, and it depends on what level of crazy you want to go with, how good you want your car to look. But if you're in a tight space, you need to wash your car. It's raining at the apartment complex. You don't want to take it out, but it needs to look good for tomorrow. Yeah. Splash. It's got your back.
Hit it with this. Okay, cool.
And everything also has instructions on the side as well. A little too small for the camera, but the sheen. Yeah. This is a water-based tire shine. Okay. So definitely recommend removing all the, like, get a degreaser, tire degreaser, clean it off. Or if you have like a dry aged tire, you spray it, let it sit, it'll start soaking in, and it's also hydrophobic. So because it's water-based, it dries up, but it also absorbs into it, and you won't get that sling on the side of your car. Like, those little black spots.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, if you go and you get it fresh, you want to go take that whip for a spin. Now it's not spinning onto your car from all that. Exactly. Junk. That makes sense. Okay.
And the beauty of it, so if you do one layer, especially on a fresh tire, reasons why we do strongly advise to clean your tires thoroughly before. A lot of tire shines, they have like oil-based solvents in them. Yeah. So with that, oil and water don't mix.
No, they don't.
I can't say that this isn't going to sling onto the side of your car, but you have another tire shine on there. Yeah. Put it on. Water's just going to slide right off.
Take that extra step, and then it'll.
So, and if you don't have it, it isn't the end of the world. You can still use it. Just know that's probably going to be a side effect. Okay. So it is listed on the bottle. So nice. At least everything is there for the open. We try to make it as easy to use as possible. Then you have Suds, which is the pink one. These were the first 3 to be released at the same time.
Snow foam.
This is your typical shampoo. You can also use it as what you see a lot on social media, the foam cannons, where they're foaming on cars. You can use it as that. And what's in your hand right now is the latest. All of these have been soft launches. This one is the first that anyone has seen. Okay. What you're holding. Nice. So Soul is I guess you could say for some, a top coat or like a sealant. Yeah. So you can
to protect from the sun.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sun. And make your life a little easier to protect your investment. Make it look good. Yeah. It's so someone like those spray waxes, sealant, but you have to go back and buff this one off. Ooh. Okay. So it does have silica in it. Yeah. But we're not calling it a ceramic coating.
Yes.
There's a difference.
You just threaded that whole conversation into it. I love it. There you go. So we all know, like, you were just tired of everyone saying ceramic. You probably
like
the word is the bane of your existence.
Yeah, it has ceramic properties in it.
There you go.
But nice. It's with that, man, you can spray it on your windshield, you can spray it on your windows.
Oh, nice.
And you can use it all over not the wheels, but you can use it all over the car. 2 sprays, 3 sprays per panel. Buff it in.
Okay.
Go around the whole car. You can let it sit for 15 minutes. You can let it sit overnight. Come back, buff it off, and you'll have a sleek surface. Absolutely. Ready to go.
That's awesome, man.
So for people who would like to sell a silica coating, you can use that or say, oh, I just coated my car with the top coat, a silica quick detail. So at least that way, when people do start using these quick detailers, I just don't want them to say, oh, I ceramic coated my car. Just say, oh, I put a coating on my car, I sealed it. So it's but to each his own. Say what you want to say. I can't tell you how to talk.
but so like the packaging's great. I mean, consistent in sizing. So the target market is this, because I was going to follow up after we do talk about this. So for the home detailer, can they go out and get this, or will they be able to go out and get this? Or is your target market more for detailers?
You know, I want it to people who care.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
So, and that's part of what Odyssey is, right? It's a journey.
Yeah.
Or body of water, which is two things that made this business what it is.
Nice.
So with all of these, you can be a professional detailer, you can be a weekender.
Yeah.
You can just be, hey, I already have somebody, but when things get tight, I like to have my stuff when I'm in a bind and want to wash my car or need to wash my car.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's a particular
Demographic.
Yeah. But I would say for people who actually care about the car, even if your car may not be in the best condition, at least these products may help intro you to the detailing industry because it can get pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But bang for your buck wise, you're looking at a pretty stacked line.
Nice.
And with those, we do have options for 5-gallon jugs.
Yeah,
because
that's what I was gonna say. Is like I'm sure there's commercial sizes, and then
So
cool.
we do have a few shops that we do deliver to and everything like that. You can order.
Yeah.
So because these have been all soft launches, so shops and customers have been getting the first,
of course,
complete
beta
sample.
test.
These are not beta tests. Beta testing on the labels, but as far as the products, these are solid.
Yeah.
And so it's mainly just been shops and customers that we've had.
Okay.
So and customers that we know that like to
that'll give you feedback or obviously put them to use.
Absolutely. So it's we haven't talked to too many detailers. I know I even spoke with the previous one that I used to work with back in 2013.
Okay.
I heard some great news about that. So, you know, it feels good hearing good feedback from another shop.
Colleagues, professionals.
That gave that detailer that I used to work with or for the sample. And he was like,
okay. Okay.
You know, so that feels good.
Of course it does. Like your mentor, if you will, approving of your product.
Absolutely. So it, you know,
not throwing shade at it because he's pissed he didn't do it first or something.
And, you know, it's so funny. He'll still text me we still text each other regularly.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say regularly, but if we get stuck,
not burning a bridge, right, brother?
Exactly. So it's and that goes with the whole relationship aspect of things.
Yep.
Like,
it does.
Hey, you know, if I would have burned that bridge, he could have just been like, man.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
My bad.
No, you can say fuck.
All right, fair. So
again,
you
Paulo's like, damn it, Kevin, I'm just gonna start throwing. Yeah, more work for me.
So I would say that there's no particular hands that this needs to be in or has to be in. We would just like it to be in someone's hand who cares about what they want to do or wants a little bit of a easy, proper way and get a quality finish or quality product. But, you know, we can only explain so much via black and white, which is instructions.
Are you going to be doing some tutorial videos? Like what would be a good,
Man, so this is the intro to me being on camera. I guess as far as hearing myself on camera, I've been on camera.
I know. I was about to say, you've been on camera, dude. Like that one Riviera video that your boy filmed was just fire.
But you hear no mic.
There's no mic.
You just see Mike in his element.
Mike in his element with some good tunes.
Yeah, I'm just actually, you know what? Cut to that B-roll of me working on that Revving. That was good times.
It was, dude. That was fun, and you know, like I said, just watching you do your work, and I mean, inches away with the hands, and just a tool the size of my thumb. I mean, it blew me away the attention to detail that goes into it, you know, and so. I mean, dude, I'm proud of you. I'm excited that you're gonna get everybody else's. You know, they're gonna get to see Mike in a bottle. No,
you know, well, they get to have Mike in a bottle. At least a little bit.
But no, I mean, dude, it's gonna be fun to watch the success of this, and you know, we'll drop the link in our once we post this. But looking forward to everything to come and. In time for Christmas too. We're about going into Thanksgiving.
Absolutely, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to spoil too many things because I do have quite a few big jobs coming up. We've been traveling quite a bit for work, so we don't just work locally here in Houston. Well, obviously, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, we work all over the U.S., some out of the country, mainly too. But the release of these may be postponed. They may not be.
Okay.
We know one for sure event that we have to leave for on the East Coast in 2 weeks. So hopefully we can have. We just don't want to release something.
You don't want to rush anything out. We were talking about that earlier.
Not be able to deliver the products just because I'm not here.
Yeah.
So
no,
since
exactly.
it's a two-man team, but as far as the shout out to my sister for she put me on so much game as well.
Oh, she has.
The lineup itself, we're at a good number, but as of right now, if we were to release it and let's say it goes crazy,
you got to be prepared for that, bro.
We got to meet that demand.
You got to be prepared for that. You
get the feedback that we've gotten.
Right?
That's why we've been doing soft releases.
Yeah.
So they'll be released in batches.
Okay.
But as far as the actual release, that'll be at a later date when we feel comfortable, because we do have some plans on select packages and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was thinking like a kit, like that would be a great gift for the car aficionado, right?
You have 2 kits right here. So as of right now, you can get these 3 together, which is the starter pack, suds, splash, and sheen.
Yep.
Or if you want to have the hobbyist, may not be the official name, who knows?
Yeah.
It'll include Soul. So basically, this is an intro of almost everything you need to start working on your car, start detailing your car.
Okay.
So it's not going to, we do have more products coming out in the future, so stay on the lookout for that.
Nice.
But it's for anybody who's looking to start washing their cars. Like, we're not going to introduce you to a iron remover or a degreaser.
Yeah. You don't want to overwhelm them. You don't want to dip your toes in the water.
Exactly. So it's don't get me wrong, doesn't mean I haven't been using them.
Yeah.
It's just some things we'd rather roll out, and some things we feel should just be exclusive just to us. So that's also the beauty of knowing a chemist.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, next episode we do link up. I would love to kind of talk about, me being kind of interested in it, because it's almost therapeutic when you're getting to take care of your own car after, you've given it a good revival. But some of the necessary tools, like what to stay away from, maybe, good or bad foam cannon, right?
Yep.
Or what tools to use, because I know it validated me whenever you came by on the first kind of detail that you did. Some of the branded products that you left me behind with of kind of maintenance, right? So maybe next time we link up, we can talk about, good, bad, the ugly on tools or equipment for the home detailer, and then good, like just, I would say frequent practices, as far as like maintenance, like post a beautiful, detail job from you.
Actually, if you like, when was the last time you drove the Revving?
I knew you were going to ask that, because I don't want you to call it a garage queen. I've been busy. I think Pablo and I took it to lunch a couple weeks ago.
I've seen the busyness. The busyness.
Pablo and I took it to lunch a couple. Plus
Pablo,
the weather.
What'd you think, man?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Love to hear.
It was awesome.
I was gonna say, if you like, these are yours.
Oh my God! No way! Hell
yes,
yeah!
Sir. We can do a how-to on the Revving.
Yeah, let's do it.
So if
That'd
you
be
ever
dope.
need to use these, I got you.
Yeah.
So it's and then I've also, I see the Raptor looking clean outside.
Yeah.
So I rubbed off on something.
Yes,
you did.
You
Don't look at my truck.
Yes.
As a detailer or any professional,
That's like,
we're probably not gonna have the cleanest.
Like the chef, he doesn't like to go home and cook. The landscape guy his yard don't look the best.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I just be too tired. That truck's a whole lot of real estate.
I mean, it is, right? And it's like when I was running country clubs, people were like, "Ooh, I bet you're a good golfer," and you're like, "Are you an idiot?" Like they say, if you want to play less golf, get in the business, right? The last thing I wanted to do on my day off was see a golf course, So anyway, man, but no, dude, I'm super stoked that I've been along to see the journey, to witness it. I'm stoked that a good human being like yourselves getting to put his name out there with
And
these products, dude.
I appreciate the opportunity
That's
for allowing
stoked.
us to be over here.
But don't invite this man to play craps.
I'll take your money.
He'll take. Oh man, no, it was fun as hell. I was like winning with you, and I was like, wait a second, I'm the house. Damn it.
And I think Lo came up quite a bit. It was
yeah. She's like, baby, I want $500. I was like, give it to me.
We gotta pay Mike.
Yeah. We got paid. No, that was a good night, man. But look forward to many nights to come. But
yes, sir,
dude, I'm holding you to that. We're gonna film this stuff on the Revving.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. All right. Well, until next time, my dude.
Brother, it's been a pleasure.
Always. Thank you.
Let's go get some drinks.
Yes, sir.